Hi there, I'm Jules. Welcome to the Body Retreat. So today I'm going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. It's actually the middle of January 2019, so it might seem like an odd time to be talking about resolutions. We at the Body Retreat, we're not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. We don't make them, we don't encourage them, and you've seen nothing from us out in the media marketing area talking about New Year, New You, shed weight, blah, blah, blah. Because actually for us, first of all, we're not a fan of the resolution. When you think about resolution, it sounds so formal, so intractable, so inflexible, rigid, solid. It's almost a stick to beat yourself with, isn't it? I resolve to lose weight, get fitter, eat better, quit smoking. These kind of big umbrella terms. All relating to our health and well-being very often, these New Year's resolutions. And then we make them at probably one of the worst times of the year. When you think about it, you make your New Year's resolutions literally just days after you have stopped or come down from your Christmas carbohydrate binge or your Prosecco festival. So both on a biochemical level and mentally, you're feeling sludgy, you're feeling sluggish, you're craving carbohydrates, you may have put on an extra inch and things like that, and you're feeling pretty down on yourself. And then all of the media is swamping you with all this new year, new you, drop a dress size, be a better version of yourself. And so it's too easy to succumb to the pressure and go, yes, I must make a New Year's resolution. And this year I will lose some weight. This year I will get fitter. But of course, the very nature of these resolutions being inflexible, being rigid, are that they are hard to stick to. And as well at this time of the year when we've got such little daylight, the days are so short, the nights and the mornings are dark and cold, wet and miserable, that it's actually quite difficult to feel the motivation and the impetus to create these big behavioural changes for yourself, to begin to change what you eat, to go out and exercise, to go and join the gym or whatever it might be. So the year's not the best time, I don't think. New Year's not the best time really to be thinking about these resolutions. But that doesn't mean that it's not a good time to reflect and look forward, because actually there is something nice about looking forward to the year ahead and thinking with a positive anticipation about bringing good things into your lifestyle. So instead of resolving this year, instead of getting caught up in the New Year's resolutions trap and setting yourself up perhaps for failure, why not instead try something different? So what we encourage our retreaters to do at the Body Retreat is to do one of three things, or even all three. The first thing is, rather than setting a resolution, is to think about setting yourself a personal challenge for the year ahead. Now, it could be that your challenge is to run a 5K, to walk a 5K. It might be that your challenge is to join a gym. It might be that it's to landscape your garden or take an off-road driving course or, become a yogi. In my case, my personal challenge for 2019 is that I want to stand up on a stand-up paddleboard. You'd think the clue was in the name, but I haven't mastered it yet. And the truth of the matter is that my core's not strong enough and my balance isn't so good. So for me, I'm challenging myself that by the end of 2019, I want to stand up on a paddleboard successfully. And I know that to get to that, to reach that goal, to achieve that personal challenge for myself, there are going to be things I'm going to need to work on through the year to support myself to achieve that. But it's something I really want to do. I really want to be able to stand up on that paddleboard. So I'm happy to make the changes to be able to get myself there. So think about a personal challenge that you might like to take on this year. The other thing that I think is really helpful to help change your mindset through the year is to adopt a personal mantra or a little personal saying. For me, my personal mantra is just do it. Because I am one of the world's worst ever procrastinators, because I'm also one of the world's best magpies. I start jobs and tasks with great enthusiasm, and then I get lost and bogged down in the minutiae of a task. Or even worse, I kind of get distracted by a shiny new task or an interesting new something going on over there, and then I lose focus on the job at hand. And so then I can start putting things off, finding other jobs to do rather than address the job at hand. So for me, my 2019 personal mantra is just do it. And I've been saying it to myself already this year, just do it, just get this done, and then you can move on and do something else. And so far, it's working. It's helping me to just do it. And then the third thing I think that's really useful is, rather than focusing on what you're taking out, is to focus on what you're putting in. And think about perhaps a new healthy habit that you would like to adopt this year. Now, perhaps it's something that in the past you have admired in someone else. Perhaps it's a quality or a skill that someone else has. Perhaps it's something that you have often thought it's a habit that other people have and it wouldn't be right for you because you're not X, Y, and Z. But why not just think for a minute about letting go of those self-limiting thoughts and beliefs, and imagine for a second just what this year could be like if you allowed yourself to begin to adopt this new healthy habit. Now, it could be the habit of journaling. It could be the habit of beginning to cook from scratch. It could be the habit of getting out of bed and stretching every morning. It doesn't have to be a big, grandiose, life-changing habit, because believe it or not, even these small little habits consistently applied begin to build up into more and more positive momentum. So just have a little think about what new healthy habit that you would really like to, or even better, love to adopt during this year. And then think about perhaps the steps that you need to take to help you to be able to understand the habit, absorb and accept the habit, and then begin to put the habit into practice. So there you have it. No resolutions. Don't set yourself up for failure. This week, the third week of January, is actually the week when we have Quitter's Day. Recent piece of research says that this is the week when most people are going to quit their New Year's resolutions. And it's hardly surprising because they've had nearly 3 weeks of dieting, deprivation, self-flagellation, dark mornings, miserable cold nights. All they want to do is hibernate. And yet they have set themselves this resolution and they don't want to fail at that. So quit the quitting, quit the resolution, and instead focus on changing and adopting behaviours slowly but surely through the year, so that you begin to achieve things that are really meaningful and valuable to you. And alongside that, you'll begin to notice a change in your body, in your health, and in your well-being. And what could be better than that for the year ahead? So I hope you found that useful or interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, telling me what resolutions perhaps you have set this year, why you're an ardent resolution setter, telling me why perhaps you are going to try one of my top tips this year instead, or even asking me any questions about how to make any of my suggestions work for you in a practical way. Please leave me a comment below. As always, I'd love to hear from you. So until next time, have a great week and take care for now. Bye-bye.